This is a wonderful bus stop in Carcassonne, but check out this car, man. How cool is that? So I just need to find where the bus is to Grenoble, or Grenoble, whatever the fuck you call it. Of course, I've arrived like 4 hours and a bit too early for the bus. Almost 5 hours really. This is Carcassonne. I'm getting a night bus to Grenoble. And Carcassonne's a little bit of a dodgy place, eh? There's fucking... I've been walking around and seen quite a few homeless and drunks, and I don't mean just myself. There's a few proper... And it's not that much of a nice place, eh? Like some guy in the street just snoring and that kind of shit, so I found somewhere to tuck away for a few hours. I can see maybe 70 meters that way, and I can see more or less 300 odd meters that way, so there's nowhere to sit, just sitting on the road, but it's a pretty much tucked away place, and it's literally right near where I've got to get the bus. It's kind of perfect. Cool, so I made it to Grenoble, and I've just got to walk out of town quite a bit to get somewhere to hitch. Trying to get to Chamonix tonight, or Sion if I'm lucky. So I made about like 60 k's. 3 hitches. I got one little bus to get out of Grenoble. I've taken a little bit of side steps. I was hitching past the town that I actually went to visit when I was in school. So, like, it wasn't planned. I just thought I've got to go and check it out. So I'm just walking a little bit to go and see that, and then back on it. Yeah, so I just got off from a 4th ride. Like, basically that rain thing turned into like a proper hardcore sideways rainstorm with bits of tree flying around and shit. But that made it easy to get a ride. But just when it was really starting to like get hectic, like some guy picked me up, and he took me about 15 or something kilometers up the road, maybe 20. And dropped me off, but now I'm stuck on this road where there's nowhere for anyone to pull over. It looks like I'm gonna have to walk like at least another K. I've already walked half a K, and I know what's coming, so I'm gonna hide out here till it blows past. Well, it was a bit of a fuck up yesterday, so I got here a little bit late, so I've missed Frankie today, but I'll see him tomorrow. Yeah, yesterday was a bit interesting. So that road wasn't like 1 kilometer long, it was like 10 k's, and I'm having to walk through like long grass, so I got properly fucked. I got a little bit hypothermic, and I had to just get the fuck out of there, so I managed to find a train station, and so I wanted to get across the border, and I managed to get a ticket to Geneva, dipping into my fucking emergency fund, and then I managed to somehow hitch out of Geneva and got myself a nice kip about 20 k's out, and then hitched today and into Lausanne, and I was like, fuck it, I need to make sure I get to Sion, so I took my bank card, and luckily it worked and I got a ticket here, so yeah. all I gotta do now is go and find some fucking newspapers and stuff, and see if I can find a cash machine that'll actually give me a balance, you know. Alright, so I've had like a nice sleep, and I'm on my way to the air show now. So in a few hours I'm gonna know for sure that the Flyboard Air is real, if it's real. I think he's flying sometime in the morning. He's like on second on the list, or could be 9:30 or something. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting day. There's only one way I could see that it could be faked and still fly in front of people, which is why it's my mission is really going to be not really just to see him fly. I want to see him either take off or land. That's the important part for me. That'll be 100% proof that it's absolutely real. Because if it was a drone with, say, like a little animatronic dummy on, which is not entirely impossible, sounds crazy, but if that's what it is, then you won't be able to land or take off in front of people, you know, like take his helmet off and climb out of the machine. You'd take off in some little tucked away location where no one can see, and you'd land where no one can see. So yeah, if he takes off in front of someone, in front of the crowd, that's what I want to see. And it'll be interesting looking back on this little riverside vlog, if it's real, because I'm going to sound completely crazy. Alright.
Deux autres dans la droite. La vitesse de croisement est de 1000 km/h.
Plateforme sur laquelle on met 4 moteurs de sustentation, des réacteurs qui sont des moteurs de mixing, et pousse vers le bas pour piloter la puissance. Le flyboard se déplace selon l'inclinaison qu'on lui donne. Francis Zapata est français et il a travaillé des années sur ce système. Et il est arrivé à quelque chose d'extraordinaire, la solution étant dans la house community. Hopefully gestern ja, da war es wirklich in Detail irgendwie das Leide
Cool, man. So I've just come out of the Sion air thing. Alright, so I'm on my way to the train station now. So yeah, man, fucking 100% real. Like, I was watching it the whole time, from takeoff to landing. I was watching, looking out for stuff. Like, there was no fucking wires, there wasn't a helicopter, anything like that. And yeah, like, my little idea of like the only way they could pull off in front of people would be some kind of a dummy. Well, nah, it wasn't. I watched them land and dismount, so yeah, debunked. 100% real, man. Fuck me. It was pretty awesome, I gotta say. Like, my footage is gonna be shit because I was like literally shaking. Like, fucking, that's how cool it was. Probably one of the best things I've ever seen. Worth fucking spending all my money, worth fucking sleeping, worth hitching, worth possibly being stuck in Spain with, in fucking Switzerland with no money to get back. I'm gonna find out now. I'm fucking not hitching out. I'll hitch when I get to France. But yeah, like I was just checked out of Hitchens' place and one of the cops was moving me on yesterday, so there's so many cops here, it's fucking unbelievable. I can't hitch out of this town, I don't think, so I'm gonna hope there's some money left in my account. I'm gonna go as far as it'll take me, and I've got 20 francs, or 30 francs cash. Hopefully that'll get me home. Cool, so just while it's fresh in my head, I'll talk a little bit about what it's like to actually see him. It was fucking literally amazing. The crowd were just silent. Like, I wasn't the only one. I think everyone was just amazed and taking it. Like, it's literally fucking freaky. Hats off to fucking Frankie Zapata. Like, pretty much the most amazing invention I'll probably get to see in my lifetime, aviation wise, I think. So I've got some videos to make to apologise, I think. Oh well, you got to back yourself even when you're wrong, until you know you're wrong. Anyway. Check out this thing I just found, man. It's like it's a fucking spaceship or a time machine or something. Look at it. So I got kicked out of bed early this morning by a wild boar, believe it or not. He was sniffing around, or she was sniffing around like all night, so it must have been, I don't know, close to a nest or some shit. Like right next to us, like I could literally fucking smell it, but I was just thinking, well, if I'm fine, not harassing it, it's not going to harass me. But early on it started making, I don't know, like 5 o'clock or something, started making fucking kind of aggressive noises and like getting so close I could fucking smell it. So to be honest, like I don't think it wanted me there. So I took the message and I fucked off, and quite lucky because so I started walking up the road like a couple of K, and then as soon as I got to like a bus stop, it started raining, so the boar kind of saved me getting wet, to be honest. And then from there I hitched a little bit, and here I am like 5 or 10k or something away. I'm just going to walk it. Yeah, so that's the end of the trip. Gotta say, like, even though it's a few days now, like seeing Frankie Zapata flying his Flyboard Air was pretty much amazing. I think for me it's probably going to be more amazing than for anyone else, but still, like, it's probably amazing for anyone to see it. But it's almost kind of mystical for me to see it. Like, if you could put yourself in my shoes, like, I'm pretty much was convinced that it was fake. Like a year and a half of research and watching all the videos and stuff. So like, imagine seeing something like for real that you're pretty much convinced is fake. So it'd be a bit like you don't believe in unicorns or something, and then you go out in your back garden and there's a fucking unicorn just standing there. That's a little bit like what it might be like. Or if you don't believe in Jesus and you wake up one morning and he's just sitting at the end of your bed, starts chatting to you. Obviously it's like a different thing, but it was kind of like pretty fucking out there for me to see it. Yeah, and I was wrong. It's real.